It's going to get a little hot, so please feel free to drink water as you need throughout practice. Also, just quick 2 announcements. There will be 2 classes on Sunday, the normal 9 a.m. class, and then the afternoon Bikram at 4 o'clock. That's been moved to 11. We'll be closed that afternoon for 4th of July, just as a heads up for people that practice Bikram. And then as well, my name is Taylor. I'm coming from the One Voice Yoga Teacher Training School with Dima Bosco, who also teaches here. If you'd like to join her in that yogic journey, you can definitely check her out at onevoice.com. I believe she's got teacher training coming up soon. That said, I'm going to have you start to ground yourself and just feel the connecting points of your body on the ground. So if you're lying down, if you're seated, maybe you're kneeling, feel the parts of your body that are in contact with the earth. Feel connected. Feel as if you're growing roots from these points that are allowing you to seek deeper into the ground. And feel that reception being pulled into the earth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. I like to bring nature into my practice, so it's appropriate that all of you have joined me out here today. Think about being a cold-blooded creature and soaking up that sun and feeling the power it has to activate you today. That light's traveled millions and millions of miles to get here, and the only thing that has stopped it is you. But you're not stopping. You are going to absorb that energy and breathe it into your person and breathe it out into existence. Again, in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, feeling the belly rise in all the way through the chest and out. Exhaling. Empowering yourself with every breath. As we start to feel one with the earth, start to bring awareness back to your body. Maybe that means feeling your toes. Maybe that means feeling your neck subtly. Maybe wiggling your fingers or rotating your wrists. Start to be aware of the creature that you are and the beauty of being here. And as you start to reawaken your body, if you're not in the sitting position, start to gently bring ourselves up. Making sure to never rush the body. Everything is done at our own time and our own pace. As we're joined here, maybe you want to roll out the shoulders. Maybe there's some neck pain, you slept funny. None of that matters now. We're continuing that absorptive process of the heat and the light, making us stronger with every movement, as slow and as deliberate as we make it. In many different traditions, they say that in the beginning there was sound, and so I like to start practice with the sound of Om. You can hum or be silent as you please. But we start with a cleansing breath. Deep inhale and exhale. Deep inhale. Again, as we start to awaken the body, we'll transition into our tabletop, making sure we stack our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees, finding what feels good, not too much pressure on either separate side, everything even. And from here, we're going to start to cat-cow a little bit. So make sure in your cow, you're going to drop the belly, relax the shoulders, head up, breathing in, extending the belly. Exhale into your cat, arching the back like a little Halloween cat, really extending through the shoulders, through the neck, and release. And find a flow between those two. Dropping the belly on the inhale, exhaling, curl. Feel free to make these postures your own. You might feel the need to, draw circles with the belly button and open the hips. Maybe you want to extend forward and back. Maybe child's pose feels great for you right now. It's still early. I know when I first wake up, I like to extend and get a nice stretch on the front part of my pelvis and the quads, lower back. Whatever feels good to the body. Organic, natural movement. I'll invite you back into tabletop, again making sure that your wrists are stacked under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. And one at a time, starting with the right or left, whatever you're more comfortable with, flip your wrists upside down. And some of my old yoga buddies would say, they would call this, kneading the mat like a little cat. And really, it's just important to activate your wrists, especially since we'll be doing some downward dogs later, and that can kind of get intense for some people. So again, it's good to get some wrist fluidity, especially if you're typing, people that are still working from home. And once you've done those a couple times, through tabletop, we're going to extend our feet back, raise our hips, and find our first downward dog for the day. Since this is our first dog, it's good to take your dog for a walk. Pedaling the feet. Maybe you want to hold it. Static stretch is totally fine if that's what you're feeling. Gentle movements, bending the knees, raising the hips. You can bend the elbows if your shoulders are feeling a little bit sore. Widen the grip. Make sure you pickle jar the hands. Again, we want to have an outward rotation of the shoulders, not inward. And again, be gentle with your body. As you start to feel more comfortable in your downward dog, we're going to slowly walk our feet towards our hands into a forward fold. Let your head hang deeply. Free neck. You should let it rock. Yes, no, side to side. This is the beginning of the day. We don't want to start the day with any stress. Relax the shoulders. Maybe you put hands on either elbow. Maybe you put them on your knees. I'd like to bend my knees a little bit because I'm a little tight in the hamstrings. That's okay. There is no perfect stretch. If there was, it'd be the one that you can feel and makes you better. That's all we're looking for. Slowly start to bring your hands up through your shins, onto your quads. As you start to inhale, arm sweep up. Breathing in all that fresh air. Exhale, hands through heart center. Back down into our forward fold. Feels good. The flowing motion. Feels really good in that hamstrings for me. I don't know about everybody else. Again, on an inhale, halfway lift. Our hands extending out. Feet step back into a high plank. Making sure, again, to stack our shoulders over our wrists. Making sure we're not overexerting by looking up. We don't want to be looking down, head straight. Hold this plank for just 2 or 3 breaths here. Again, make sure you're, clenching your ab muscles, flexing them. And slowly release the knees down. Shoelace sides of the feet can be on the mat, and then slowly lower your chest down to the ground. Adjust yourself so your hands are underneath your shoulders. Again, shoelace sides of the feet on the mat. You can have them together or wide if it's at your preference. You don't have to do a zipped tail for your cobra here, but as we start, we're going to begin to lift the head, peeling our chest up off the ground for a nice chest opener, and lower back strengthening for our baby cobra. Breathing in. You can use the hands subtly if you'd like, and exhale, lower back down. If you're feeling up for it, you can lift up straight through into downward dog. Otherwise, push up back onto your knees through tabletop. Push the heels back, lifting the hips forward, then into your downward facing dog. This is a modification of our chaturanga, so at any point in our flow, when we do this, if you want to lower through the knees, you absolutely can. Again, our second dog, if you want to pedal it out, certainly feel free to do that. 1 or 2 breaths here. Again, slowly walking your feet towards your hands. Forward fold. Should feel pretty good. Again, relaxing the head, shaking it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands extend out. Feet step back. High plank. Hold plank. Inhale. Exhale. Lower all the way down. Modify as needed. Shoelace sides of the feet drop. Cobra. On the exhale, lower down. Feet on the mat. Hips extend up. Downward facing dog. Depending on how warmed up you are, you can either walk or float forward and meet me in a forward fold. Inhale slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale all the way up. Hands reach up to the sky, extending up. Hands together, exhale through heart center. Finding Tadasana. Tadasana means mountain pose, so that's more of a feeling pose than anything. So what we like to do is lift up the outside of the front part of our feet, lift up the outside of our back feet, then the inside and the inside, and find that suction cup grip so you feel like a mountain, can't get pushed over or anything. Okay. If you need water, please. At home, if you need water. Inhale, arm sweep up. Exhale, hinge through the waist, forward fold. Feet step back, downward dog. Once you've established an even weight in your downward dog. You're going to lift the right leg, tuck knee to chest. Again, inhale, extend the leg out. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, right leg out. Exhale, knee to chest, stepping forward, runner's lunge. In your runner's lunge, if you need to modify holding blocks on either side of the foot, absolutely. If you need to put your right hand on the right side of the knee, that's great for stability, left hand on the block. Otherwise, lifting up the chest, left hand extends forward, right hand extends back, lightning bolt. Making sure that you're bringing your left hip forward, your right knee is over your right foot. Feel the strength of this pose. Inhale. Exhale, drops the left hand down onto the block or to your mat. Right hand lifts up, runner twist. Inhale out, exhale, sweep through. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sweep through. Last one, inhale, sweep up, hold. Exhale, lift up through the chest. Pivot the left foot down, warrior two. Adjust the feet as needed. You like to have the front heel in line with the arch of your back foot. Make fists with the hands, circle the wrists. I like to call it birding the shoulders. So make sure your shoulders are relaxed. From your warrior two, making sure weight is evenly distributed, but a little bit more in the right foot. You're going to lean back, reverse your warrior. Making sure we don't collapse forward or lean too far back, but nice strength in this pose. Inhale. Exhale, flow into side angle. Again, making sure we arch and do not collapse in our hips. Inhale. Exhale, back, reverse warrior. And find your flow. Inhale and exhale, flowing between reverse warrior and side angle. Making sure we're breathing through these poses. No overexertion. One more, reverse warrior and hold. Inhale. And exhale, side angle. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, runner's lunge. Right foot steps back, three-legged dog. Lower down, chaturanga, three-legged plank if you feel. Lift up, cobra. Exhale, extend back, downward dog. Same thing on the other side. Extending the left leg, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, left leg extends back. Exhale, knee to chest. One more, inhale, extend left leg out. Exhale, knee to chest, stepping forward, runner's lunge. Feet should be hip distance apart. If you're feeling unbalanced, widen the feet. Modify with blocks, whatever you need to get that stretch. Again, if you feel like your knee's a little bit shaky, left hand on the left knee. Otherwise, extend into our thunderbolt. Power of Zeus. That's how I feel in my quads. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, right hand drops down onto block or the mat. Left arm extends out, making sure we try our best to not collapse in the hips. And sweep through. Inhale, left arm sweep up. Exhale, sweep through. Inhale, arm sweep up. Exhale, sweep through. And one more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale brings you up. Pivot on the back foot. Warrior two. Again, adjust your feet, adjust your pose. Make sure your alignment feels good to you. Make fists with the hands. Circle the wrists. Relax the shoulders. Bird the shoulders, as I say. Flap those wings. And once you feel comfortable, feel good balance and power in your front foot, begin to reverse your warrior. Left arm extends up, right hand extends down. Maybe it's on your shin, maybe it's on your knee, maybe it's across your midsection. Wherever it needs to be for you to get that full rib opener and stability of pose. Exhale, arching at your midsection into side angle. If you want Bikram proper, it'd be your two index fingers in between your big toe and second toe. Otherwise, we're really just looking for a straight back leg, evenly weight in the back foot as the right foot, front and back foot, and no collapsing at the hips. Now begin to flow your reverse warrior and side angle, inhaling and exhaling with each pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Cartwheel the hands. Left foot steps back. Three-legged dog. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale, walk or float forward into forward fold. Exhale brings you up. Inhale, arm sweep up. Hands through heart center. Tadasana. First part wasn't so bad, was it? No. Now we're in for the real fire, right? And we all know what's coming next. So again, finding that sort of magnet grip on the earth. Readjusting your feet. Again, take a sip of water if you need. Inhale, arm sweep up. Hands through heart center. Lowering down into Utkatasana, chair pose. Again, weight is going to be in the back of the heels. Should be able to see your toes in front of your knees. Lift up those little piggies if you can. Feel the burn in the quads and the glutes. And we're going to do our best to hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our right hand goes on top of our right knee. Our left hand goes on top of our right knee as we open up to the right. Inhale, arm sweep up. Exhale, sweep through. Inhale, sweep up. Trying to keep our chest parallel to the ground. We don't want to completely torque, but really open up the shoulder. Exhale, sweep through. Inhale and exhale. Last one, extend and hold. Inhale. exhale, release. Taking both hands, placing them on your right knee, shifting weight into your right leg. We're going to slowly lift up into our warrior 3 pose. This is a balance exercise, so if you really are feeling stable, your chest is going to want to lean forward, your left leg pointed, your hip pointed down, your toes pointed back. You could go airplane if you want, but really feel the strength in that right leg developing. If you're shaking, you're working. You are strong, like a flamingo or a crane. Feel the strength. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Left foot lands back, crescent. Adjusting your feet as needed. Maybe your left foot points out a little bit. Now again, Deem is my teacher, so these are my worst enemy. We're doing our crescent dips. So we're going to make fists with our hands, and we're going to slowly lower, making sure that we're extending through our pelvis so we really engage our left quad, making sure our knee doesn't touch the mat. But we're going to inhale, lower, exhale, push up. Inhale, lower, exhale, push up. Inhale, lower. Yeah, I bet you thought we were going up. Oh, we're lowered. We're staying low. Oh, yeah. Feel the stability. Exhale, push up. 5 more. Inhale, slow and steady. Exhale, push up. Inhale, down. Exhale, push up. 3 more. We've got this. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Hold it. Feel the strength. Feel the burn. Exhale, up. Left foot pivots. Warrior 2. Our right foot pivots to meet the left. Left foot can be pivoted out in our goddess. What we're trying to get to here. Now, find a grip or find a stance that's comfortable for you. If you're too wide, it's going to be strenuous. I'll face you guys. If it's too narrow, you're not going to get enough out of it. So find a stance that works for you. You can go with a mudra if you'd like, fingers connected, maybe pinky and thumb, pinky and ring finger. And we're going to just shift our weight from our right to our left. So shifting to the right, our right foot's going to go up. Exhale, middle. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, middle. If you want to go deeper, you can put your feet up the whole time. But for most of us, we're just going to shift our weight. Right, middle, left, middle, right. Breathing the whole time. Breeze feels amazing. Two more each side. Excellent. Lifting up, shifting our weight into our left leg. If your block is available, you're going to want to put it about 6 inches in front of you. Our weight in our left leg, dragging the right foot, finding our half moon. Left hand on the block, right leg lifts up. Right hand lifts up if you feel good. Straighten out those hips. Feels good. You guys are looking great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back to the mat. Pivoting the feet. Warrior 2 other side. Cartwheel the hands down. Right leg steps back. 3-legged dog. Open up those hips if it feels good to you.
Heck, reverse the dog if it feels good to you. Feels good to me right now. Flip it. Extend down chaturanga. Upward dog. Back. Downward facing dog. I'm going to flip back so I'm facing you guys again. Sorry, camera. Walk or float forward to meet the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, arm sweep up. Hands to heart center. Back down, Utkatasana chair pose. We're almost there. Breathing through. The power of this pose is amazing. A few more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand goes on to left knee. Left hand opens up. Inhale. Exhale, swing through. Inhale, left arm extends up. Bring it down, exhale. One more time, left hand, inhale, arm sweep up. Holding. Exhale, bring it back through. Shifting our weight into our left leg, both hands on left knee. Begin to lift up and extend your right leg. Maybe hands are in prayer at heart center. Lowering the chest, extending the right leg back. You can do it. You did it on the other leg. I believe in you. If a bird can do it, so can we. They got stick legs. Breathing through. Breathing through. 3, 2, 1. Right foot steps back. Crescent. Again, if anyone needs water, breath, establish yourself. We're working together towards a common goal. Okay, ready? We're gonna go slow for these ones. We're gonna do slow and solid for these ones. Okay, deep inhale. Exhale brings us down. Inhale brings us up. Exhale brings us down. Hold. Inhale brings us up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hold. Feel it. Feel it. Inhale up. 3 more for good measure. Exhale, hold. Inhale up. Exhale, hold. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale, hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Pivot the right foot. Warrior 2. Pivoting the left foot wide, opening up to our wide-legged forward fold. In this position, make sure your legs are straight. You can get a slight micro bend if you'd like, but we definitely don't want to hyperextend our knees, so if you're doing that, be mindful. And then lowering through our core, slowly down, as if our chest and our heads could touch the ground. Now we've worked hard today, so if you want to modify and play around, maybe get an inner hip stretch or a groin stretch, you definitely can. I like to be a little fluid in this. Drop down onto the heel. Make this wide-legged forward fold yours. If you feel strong to go in an inversion, absolutely. But make it yours. Grab the outside of your feet, maybe the shins. Maybe you just let the head rock and you put your hands on your head. Whatever feels good for you here. Finding our breath. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. On the inhale, start to raise up through the chest, squeezing the legs in. That way you're mindful of your back. Pivot on the right foot to warrior two. If your block is close or nearby, we're going to put it in front of our right foot, about 6 or so inches. Putting our weight in our right leg. Shift towards the camera. And we're going to drag our left foot into our half moon. Hand goes onto the block. Maybe it hovers. Left end reaches up. Left hip opens. Find that strength. Find that core. Find that breath. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Three, two, one. Left foot lands back. Warrior two. Cartwheel the hands forward. Foot steps back. Three-legged dog. Opening up the hips. Reverse your dog. That feels good. Flip it back. Lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. Back into downward facing dog. From here, extend forward, high plank, and hold. Squeeze the buttocks muscles tight. Shoulders straight. Head lifted. Feel the shaking. Feel the stability. Tighten up like someone's about to punch you in the stomach, and you don't want to have that happen. Brace yourself. Feel the shake. You're almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down to forearms. Makes it easier, right? We're almost there. Breathing through, keeping that core connection, keeping a belly lock, keeping a root lock, not dropping our shoulders, pushing our elbows away and back, breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Feels pretty good. Pretty good. Drop your head to the left or to the right. Maybe windshield wipe the legs. Just a couple breaths here. When you're ready, tuck your hands underneath your shoulders. Start to peel your chest up, pulling the ground toward you. Sphinx pose. It's good to have a nice chest opener, pulling the kind of ab muscles from a different direction. Feels nice in the lower back. You've got a good sweat going. I've got a good sweat going. And release. Head down to the right. Inhale. And exhale. Arms extend out. Shoelace sides of the feet on the mat. Lift the knees up, maybe a few inches off the ground. Feet are still on the mat, but knees lift up. Inhale, your shoulders will lift, and as your shoulders lift, start to then peel the feet off the mat as you raise into your locust. Bow. Bow pose. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze those shoulder muscles together, but relaxing them away from your ears. Inhale. And exhale, lower down, facing the left. Finding the breath. One more time. Shoelace sides of the feet on the mat. On the inhale, peel up. Exhale, inhale. Feet raised, chest raised, arms raised. Going as high as we can today. One more time, inhale as much as we can, and exhale, facing the right. Again, it feels pretty good for me at least to kind of windshield wipe the legs. Feels good in my lower back. Very nice. From there, we are going to go into modified locust. So if you want to do both legs at a time, you absolutely can. I like to start one leg or do one leg at a time, so right versus left. So grabbing your right leg with your right hand, outside grip. Sometimes I like to make a little pillow with my forearm. You're going to inhale, kick back with the right foot while also pulling forward with the right hand. If you can lift up that quad a little bit. You'll feel a nice quad stretch, and that's all we're really going for here. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, lifting up. Go ahead and release. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So maybe your right forearm is a little pillow for you. Grabbing the left ankle with the left hand. Stretching the quad. Kicking back, lifting up. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Making our way onto our backs, whichever way you get there. I'm going to start our kind of slowing things down. Water can do great things. It can cause typhoons and hurricanes, but something as subtle as a creek can carve out the Grand Canyon. So it's great to start and end with water, and once we've made our way onto our backs, we're going to kind of mosey and trickle on out. Feet relaxed, feet drop down. We're going to go ahead and bring our right knee towards our chest, interlacing our fingers just below our right knee. Left pelvis is on the ground, and this is wind removing pose. So you should feel a slight pinch, maybe in the upper, groin area. That's okay. If it hurts, obviously adjust, but if you could, your right knee would touch your right shoulder. Inhale, bring it in, and exhale, squeeze. Inhale, and exhale, squeeze. Right leg drops down, relaxed. Left knee bends, interlace the grip under the left knee. Inhale, bring the left knee towards the left shoulder. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze. Left leg drops down, both legs relaxed. Bringing both knees to chest. Maybe your hands are on opposite elbows, forearms on shins. Do your best to put your tailbone on the mat. If you can, that's okay. If you can't, that's not a problem. But if you can't, try and consciously think about putting it to the mat as you inhale and exhale. So we're going to start, inhale, squeezing our knees, compression. Exhale, bring that tail to the mat. Still squeezing. Inhale. Exhale, compress. Okay, and release. Maybe you extend those legs down, light ab exercise. Feels good. Again, heels on the mat, feet drop down. For those of you that like to do a traditional pigeon that go through the downward dog, you absolutely can do that. I'm going to cue a modified seated pigeon. So from your backs, you're going to bend the left leg. You're going to lift up the right leg, placing your heel on the left thigh into a figure 4. You can put your hands either on the back of your hamstring or on the shin of your left leg and bring that leg forward, giving you a nice deep hip stretch. For those of you in the traditional pigeon, make sure if you need to assist yourself with a block under your 6 bone as needed, being mindful of your knee. Feel the stretch. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, switch. Balance is important. It's easy to be cognitively aware of that, but we often abuse or are biased to certain things. Driving on the right side of the road, assuming right-handedness is dominant. But there is a value in opposites, in the other side. There is a lot of emotional weight that's carried in the hips. And most of us are unbalanced with either too much strain on our shoulders and back or too much carried on the legs. Our hips and core are integral in a healthy life, a balanced life. Deep inhale. And exhale, release. Legs drop down. Maybe they shake a little bit. Before I take us to Savasana, I'm going to have us sit up real quick. If you want, you can get a nice ab workout. So arms extend out. Exhale forward. Towards you guys. And we're going to do some leg stretches. Again, as we prepare to battle the heat today, whether it be running or cleaning inside or hiking, or hopefully it's a nice beach day, we want to make sure our legs are good to go. So starting with our right leg first, left leg bent on the inside quad. If you have a strap or a towel, that's totally fine. If not, inhale, twist. Extend down to your right leg. Bend the knee as appropriate. You want to get the head touching the knee. Deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Finding the breath, finding the stretch. Can you go deeper? One more inhale. And exhale, release, arms up. Right leg meets the left. Inhale, back lengthening. Twist. Extend forward over the left foot. Knee bends to meet the head. And stretch. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Can we go deeper? If your leg's extended, can you pick up the heel? If it's not extended, can you push the knee down? 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms up. Right leg extends out, feet together in front. Maybe you kind of wiggle the hips to get your glute muscles out of the way. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, reaching forward. Maybe your two pointer fingers are between the big toe. Maybe you use the strap to cup the pads of your front feet as you pull the chest forward. Now don't sacrifice your spine for stretch. I'd rather see a straight back with bent knees than straight knees and a curved back. It's different parts of the back that we want to stretch and different parts of the hamstrings. So again, strength, keeping your back as straight as you can. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, pull forward. Wonderful. Making our way back to our mats, laying down. And it's good now just to get a nice ab stretch. So extending the arms up high above our heads and pointing our feet down, getting a nice full body lengthening. Feel the shoulders expand, feel the hips expand. Lower the arms down, sides of the body. Our feet or our knees bend. Feet just in front of our tailbone. And we're going to drop our knees to the left. Should feel a nice stretch on the right hip. If you want to go deeper, maybe that left leg comes in and that right leg goes further over, putting the right foot on top of the left knee. You can pull that right knee over with the left hand. This will help stretch the lower back. Again, right arm can kind of be sprawled out. Finding the breath. Deep inhale. And exhale. I invite you to do the same thing on the other side. So again, knees in the middle, dropping them down to the right for a nice side of the hip stretch. If you want to go deeper, your right leg comes back a little bit, left leg lifts up, left foot on top of the right knee, left arm extends out, right hand on top of left knee for a nice lower back stretch. Finding the breath, finding that awareness. Making our way back to the middle of the mat. Hands by our side, knees bent. Sometimes it's good, depending on how you feel, to arch your back and push down on the quads, and you can sometimes get a nice lower back stretch. Again, so shoulders on the mat, tailbone on the mat, knees are bent, back is arched, and you just push down on the top of your quads, right at that point where it meets the pelvis. You can get a nice lower back stretch. Feels pretty good sometimes. And then from here, just some slight free stretching. So again, maybe you want to do some wind removing pose or some happy baby. That might feel pretty good right now. Finding any other kinks in the body that might need to be addressed. Maybe circling the hips. Maybe a shoulder stand. Whatever you need to do to relax the body. The last stretch I invite you to do with me before Savasana is again to extend your arms down by your side, palms facing the mat, knees bent, and lift up your pelvis to a modified bridge here. Again, if you want to put a block under the tailbone for a little bit more support, that's absolutely appropriate. We don't want really any pressure on the head and neck. It should be all on the shoulders. Again, using our hands, if anything, to support and kind of level out our pelvis. But again, we want to strengthen our quads, our core, and re-engage the nervous system before we start our day completely. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. And again, it might feel good to bring the knees in a little bit and just rock back and forth, side to side. It's okay to give your body a hug. It always will appreciate it. And then once you're ready, you can relax your legs down, relax your arms down, and find that same sense of grounding and same sense of peace that brought you here. I once heard a children's story about a man who owned a hot air balloon. He had 3 great friends whom he wanted to bring with him on his excursions. For their own reason, each friend would decline. But eventually, he was able to get each one of them, one by one, onto the balloon. His first friend was a man of science. And as they ascended, they saw the great lands and cities, the splendors of man-made creation. And as the balloon pilot wanted to go higher and ascend the clouds, his friend said, "No, it's too dangerous. We'll lose sight of what's beneath us. Please, please, bring me down." And so the friend, understanding, lowered the balloon and let him be on his way. Satisfied that his friend had accompanied him, he was still dissatisfied that he had not gone higher. And so his second friend came to join him on a journey. And they were more willing. Higher, yes, higher. Past the clouds. With exuberance, he lifted them upwards. So all they could see was a sea of clouds. A vast white ocean. And in time, the friend grew bored and dull. There's nothing to see here. Miles and miles of clouds. "Well, shall we go higher?" the pilot said. "No. That would probably be even more dreary." And so willingly, the pilot understood and descended again. Happier to have gone higher, but still dismayed to have not gone to the peak. He was hoping that finally the third friend would reach the heavens with him. And so past the cities and past the clouds, finally they reached the edge of the earth. "Shall we go higher, my friend?" the pilot said. "Nay, for if we reach
beyond our limits, we will perish. And so the pilot understood and descended his last time. He was left with a question. Do I go alone and go higher than anyone has gone before and reach the heavens? Or do I stay here with my friends who have journeyed with me to and fro and have experienced everything in between? And so the next day, he got in his balloon and he took off all his ballast and he only ascended. His return wasn't important because once he had reached heaven, nothing else could be attained. As we start our day today, think of it as another opportunity to leave behind fear, to leave behind boredom, and to leave behind the assumed things that we know. Let curiosity and courage and knowledge be the things that bring us closer to a fulfilled experience of life. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. As we start to bring awareness back into our bodies, maybe we wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, maybe we rotate the ankles, rotate the wrists. Simple and subtle movements as we make our way back to being here in this moment. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Slowly start to make your way onto your side.